Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are doing fine today. Today our lessons will be adjective under the grade 1. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. You click on your name, you move into language art, grade 1, and then the chapter is adjective. So we have 3 lessons that we will complete under adjective today, which is compare pictures using adjective, use number words, and does the adjective tell you what kind or how many? Hi, how are you? I hope you're fine today. Alright, so first of all, we have to note what is an adjective. An adjective is a word that tells about a person. Alright, so an adjective is a word that tells about a person, animal, place, or thing. Alright, so you have to know that it's a person, animal, place, or the thing. Alright, so some adjective tell what kind. So it's telling you what kind. That's it for some adjective. So for example, we have Tom says a big truck. Now, if you're asking what kind, you would say, so what kind of truck did Tom see? Right? Because it's asking what kind. So it will be Tom sees a big. So big here would be the adjective. And then we have a red ball. So what kind of ball do we have? the red ball. Okay. All right, so looking at the example, we have find the big animal. So you would be asked what kind of animal would you find? It would be what? The big animal. So the adjective big tells you what kind of animal to find. Then we also have, okay, so this is the tiny pencil. So you would say what the tin pencil. So you would say what kind of pencil is it? It is tin. So tin there would be the adjective. Alright, so we'll move on to the test. Alright, so you have to share your answers with me on the chat. So the first one is find the red book. So what kind of book would you have to find? It would be what? The red book. So you're finding or looking for the red book. Okay, so what is your answer? First to second. You can share your answers with me. Alright, so option two is the red book. So right there is the adjective. Okay, so we have find the short bookcase. Find the short bookcase. What is the short bookcase here? Is it the first or the second? Alright, so the short bookcase would be the second, so this one. Alright, so we have find the flat land. Find the flat land. So which of this picture has the flat land? And the flat land would be what this and this is the adjective, right? So flat here is the adjective. But which of this picture shows the flat land? Alright, so this would be the flat land. Okay, so we have find the warm room. Find the warm room. Which of this is warm? The first or the second? Alright, so the warm room will be the first because you can see the fireplace and the girl is just sitting opposite that. Alright, so we have find the deep water. Find the deep water. So what is the deep water here? Which one is the deep water here? So this will be what the deep water. Okay, so we have find the dark sky. Find the dark sky. Which of these is the dark sky over here? So this will be what the dark sky. Okay. So we also have find the hot bed. Find the hot bed. Which is the hot? Which of this is the hot bed? First or second? So this is the hot bed. So which of these is the tin pencil? The tin pencil, is it the first or the second for the tin pencil? Alright, so it will be what the second. Alright, so that's it for our first lesson under adjective. Just compare pictures using adjective. We'll move lesson. We will complete 3 lessons today. Alright, so the last two will be next time during our class. Okay, so we have used number words. Alright, so now we need to note that also an adjective is a word that tells about a person, place, or thing. So we said this like at the beginning, but then some adjective will tell you how many. So some of them say how many. The first one we did was what kind. So the hand, how many have to do with like the numbers or words that could describe like a number or you counting something. So in this particular test, you would have to note like how many adjectives are there in the sentence. Okay, so let's look at some examples. We have the first, how many cakes are there? So how many cakes do we have here? So we have what? There are 8 cakes. So 8 there would be the adjective. So the second also says, how many airplanes are there? So how many airplanes? So we have what? There are 2 airplanes here. So how many cups are there? So we have what? There are 5 cups there. So this particular adjective deals with the number or how many we have. Okay. So how many airplanes are there? How many airplanes are there? So over here we have what? 2 airplanes. Okay. So we have how many dishes are there? How many dishes are there? So how many dishes do we have here? You can share your answers with me, okay? Alright, so we have 5 dishes. Okay. Alright, so we have how many bags are there? How many bags are there? How many bags do we have here? So we have 3 bags. Okay, so how many cakes are there? How many cakes do we have here? You can check and tell me how many cakes that we have here. So we have 8 cakes. All right. Moving on, how many cars are there? How many cars are there? So how many cars do we have here? So we have 6 cars. So there are 6 cars. All right, so we have how many balls are there? How many balls do we have here? Okay, so we have 7 balls. Okay. All right, so we have how many beds are there? How many beds are there? So how many do we have? So we have 2 beds here. Okay. Alright, so next we have how many pennies are there? How many pennies are here? Okay, so we have 9 pennies. Okay, so next one we have how many ponies are there? How many ponies is here? Alright, so we have just 1 penny here. Alright, so we'll move on to the next lesson. You can complete the 2 lessons that we've done so far if you haven't done this yet. Okay, so we have, does the adjective tell you what kind or how many? So now this is a mixture of the first 2 lessons that we've done. So remember that the adjective tells us about a person, place, or thing, and some adjectives tell you what kind. Like Tom's is a big truck, and it's like what kind of truck did Tom see? Okay, so we also have the how many. So how many could be like Kim sees 2 trees, and you can say how many trees does Kim see? 2. Or I have 3 dogs, or you can say how many dogs do you have? Like that. So you this is like joining the what kind and how many together. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So we have a long road, and you can ask yourself what kind of road is it? And yeah, it is a long road. And then we have 3 baskets, and if you're asking the question, you say how many baskets do you have? Okay, we'll move on to the test. You can share your answers with me. All right, first one is a long road. What will it be? What kind or how many? So this one is what kind. Okay, so what kind. Alright, so the next one we have some painters. Some painters. Is this what kind or how many? For some painters. Alright, so some painters do some could pass as number. So how many? A new bike. So what kind or how many for a new bike? Alright, so a new bike, and you can say what kind of bike did you get? So a new bike. Okay, a short ride. So for the short ride, is it what kind or how many? So what kind for a short ride? Okay, so we have funny stories. Funny stories. Is it what kind or how many? So what kind? Okay. So we have one wish. Is it what kind or how many? One wish. Okay, so we have how many since we talk about one wish. Okay, a bumpy frog, a bumpy frog. So, what kind or how many? So, what kind of frog? Alright, so shiny shoes. Shiny shoes. So, what kind or how many? So, what kind would be feathers? Okay, so we have sweet honey. Sweet honey. What kind or how many for the sweet honey? What do you think for this one? So, sweet honey would be what kind? Alright, so that's it for our lesson on the adjective. You have to make sure that you completed three lessons that we have done today. We did the first three, and if you haven't done this before, you have to make sure that you complete it. And next time when we meet again, we will complete the remaining two. Do you have any questions before we finish? You can tell me if you have any questions or not. Alright, so since we have no questions, we'll end here for today. I hope that you all have a good evening and see you all next time. Bye, everyone.